Welcome brothers, I'm the Hermit, and I'm here to advise you not to play Urza, and instead try out Mmenon on the right hand. The key differences between the two: first, the mana cost. Mmenon costs 1 more mana. Second, you don't get the construct when Urza enters. And third, the artifacts can only tap to add mana to cast spells from anywhere other than your hand. Also, you cannot tap summon and seek artifact creatures, which you can do with Urza. However, there is a plus side. Not only do you get better matches in the matchmaking, but also you may cast artifact spells from the top of your library with Mmenon. So we're gonna be trying some of it. Most of it is gonna be the usual Urza deck, but we have a couple of synergies with Mmenon. So we have Portal. You are not casting them from your hand, so you can use your artifacts to cast Portal. We have Arron's Epiphany, Behold the Multiverse, So It Coming. Also Flashback, same deal. We have Deep Analysis, Memory Deluge, and also finally we have Aftermath, but in this case we just have the one card, Commit to Memory. And because we are running Commit to Memory, we also have Narset. Since we want to play stuff from our top of the deck, we have Brainstorm as well as Jace, the Mind Sculptor. We draw 3 cards and put an artifact that we can get back with our other artifact mana. Then if that wasn't enough top manipulation, we are going to be playing artifacts that draws cards when they enter, so that we can keep going further and further in the deck until we eventually get one of our finishers. Funnily enough, we are playing Urza, but we also have Kappa Cannoneer and the Paradox Engine Aetherflux Reservoir combo. Another way to get to that combo is by sacrificing our stuff that draws us cards with Repurposing Bay. We pay 2, sacrifice an artifact, and search for an artifact with mana value 1 plus the sacrifice artifact's mana value. So in that sense, we are also going to be trying one alchemy card with Masterpiece Vault, just for the climb with Repurposing Bay. It's a 3 mana, it does nothing well on the board, but when it's put into the graveyard, we get either a sword, Champion's Helm, or Lightning Grips. And the rest of the deck is going to be your your mono blue interaction, counter spells, and more counter spells. Since we are mono blue, we have Winter Moon and Harbinger of the Seas as a way to lock out non-basic lands. And in case we get one of our combo pieces in our graveyard, we can replay them with Emry, Lurker of the Lock. Or even if we just use Repurposing Bay, we sacrifice something, we can replay it to another card. So that's the deck. Now let's get into the queue and get to some artifact action. And as always, remember to subscribe if you haven't, if you're enjoying the content and want to keep getting them recommended. We are against Lomra, so this is gonna be a landfall deck, a self-milled. We do have a counter spell as well as some card draw. Of course, opponent has a turn 1 ramp, a turn 1 dork. Prowling Serpopard. That's bad. Opponent has outcast their Trailblazer, so they're gonna be drawing cards with their big creatures. But it seems they missed a land drop. So we are good to go. And another way to go infinite just with Paradox Engine, you get Tome of the Infinite. It costs a couple of mana, but you conjure a card, it only costs 1 mana. Opponent has Oroporoid. I think that might be what beats us here. Can we do all of this? Prophetic Prism. Podcast. I think we need to pass here. Let's see if we'll get another turn. We have 3 blockers, they have 5 attackers, only 2 get through. 3 and 3, 4, 4, 8. Okay. We have 1 more turn. A block here and here. Yeah, opponent, it's the reality chip. We don't mind. Commit a little late to the party. So let's try to go for this. Talent. Good games, Lomra. You guys. Yeah, I guess Oroporoid really did the work for our opponent there. Also, the Serp path not allowing us to counter. Ooh, now we are against Crucias. Maybe they are the combo deck. Yeah, it seems that way. Come on. Draw land. And you just need to, in response to the Caldera Breaker trigger, we need to commit it away. This would give us not enough mana, I'm afraid. Yeah, 1 short. Okay. Pass then. We will pass again. We just need another land. We can play Urza at that point, but otherwise, yep. And then it's gonna exile all of their mountains. We will commit Caldera Breaker. And that's the game for us. This is not a May ability, so they are gonna exile all their mountains. And even if they get Caldera Breaker again at some point later, they're not gonna be getting any mountains, so they can't go for the combo finish, which is Volcanic Geyser right here. That one was a freebie. Against the First Sliver. Okay. Let's see if Harbinger is gonna win us the game here. So I guess we're gonna have to name Merfolk. Yeah, Merfolk. An opponent has 1 mana of any color with their signet. And they also have a plains. To the archive from opponent. Probably removal. Let's think twice. Then wedding invitation. And I guess opponent can play their commander here. They don't. They didn't need to do that because they had the key to the archive. Ornithopter of Paradise. So let's Mmenon. We can also play the One Ring. Dramatic orrery from opponent. That means they're gonna be getting some card draw if they choose to. They can pay 5 mana to essentially draw 5 with First Sliver. And that Supreme Verdict reveal is why we didn't play Mmenon. Wellspring. So I think here we can get three. No, we need Paradox Engine. What I was. Oh yeah, I was thinking to getting the repurposing bay. That's what I was. Also repurposing bay, nice with the One Ring. Okay, Ulamog. Fair enough. Brainstorm. Okay. Also Wash Away against Sintin, really good to have earlier. Opponent is gonna have a no solid turn 1, nice. That means they're allowed to keep their... I needed to hold on to that brainstorm, I'm afraid. Yeah, because we want to use it after Mmenon. That was a mistake. Not a big one, but a mistake nonetheless. Rahilda from opponent. So here we play Terra, also known as Urza, High Lord Artificer. And we seem to be getting her/him pretty often. Inti, wash away. And if you attack, we block Rahilda. Especially since you played Coral Resource. And we will get Ether Flux and Prophetic Prism. Next turn we will see if we get some card advantage from Mmenon. And hopefully we might even get to some discount. Although I guess Terra technically counts, because every artifact can tap for 1 mana. This is going to be Suplex or Abraded, I think. Untimely Malfunction. So they might still have either Abrade or Suplex. Although it is an instant, so I don't know why they didn't hold on to that. Let's get Palantir. And I think we want the Wear. Although Land Navigator really good with our type of deck, we get even Magpies at the end of turn, but if we want to make sure we get the Wear, we just put the Navigator on top, and then it's gonna mill it, and we get to draw Wear. We're gonna be getting Paradox Engine next turn. So that's nice. Yeah, an opponent has a rat or something. Burn down the house. Here we can x equals 5. Paradox Engine. And I like Alron's Epiphany, but not necessarily the land. Let's see if our opponent has Osmail. Oh, and that's 11 to the dome. Course of the Crimson Pulse, draw 2, discard 1. And Crucible of Words. Here we play Sanctuary. And we play Mmenon. Guess we cannot play an equip reality chip. So let's see if they take even more damage here. Of course not. Pillar's Draw, but Narset also a nice way to manipulate the top. Not as ideal as Brainstorm, but good nonetheless. Opponent can Agatha Soul Cauldron on Urza. They go empty-handed for a while at least. And now they play the rocks, or they don't have the... The mana, as was gonna say, the cards in graveyards. It's Solar Transformer on tap. We will now equip, or rather reconfigure. Get the land out of the way. Another land, so... Now we play in our set. Opponent has us draw on this card, which we are okay with.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand. Hone your prowess.
Wondering... Yep, I think we might have this. We will draw again for a counter. Tome of the Infinite. What else do we need here? Guess more mana might do it. Let's play Memory Deluge. Since we only spend 2 mana, we get this too. Refractor. And we have commit to memory, so... Oh, I guess we still have an improvise, so it's not horrible play. And it seems opponent is AFK. So yeah, we were gonna put them at 1 card. We probably commit. Okay. I think we need to commit the Soul Cauldron. Let's see where. 4. Reservoir. And good game. Yep, that was the combo. And I'm happy we got to see it at least once this video. So let's see if we can get it again and how consistently we can get to it. Now this might be a little bit too committed to get into the combo, so I avoided playing some of the enchantment removal that we can play in blue. So if you want to remove some of the drawing cards, some of the card artifacts, you definitely can. Go first. Unfortunate. I think we need to find out if Harbinger of Disease is gonna be enough for this. Otherwise, Tifa might beat us. So yeah, I was saying, you can play Unable to Scream, Witness Protection, or even at 4 mana House Mirth and from Edge of Eternities, Tractor Beam. It essentially allows you to steal your opponent's commander, but you tap it and it doesn't untap during your untap step. Still pretty good. And let's see what goes here. Of course, opponent has 1 forest. But let's see if we can block. Sidecap Cove. That's gonna be putting counters on Tifa. So yeah, we might lose here. Even more counters on Tifa. Okay, let's go to the next one. I don't think we're gonna have a way out of it. Okay, against Boring Clicks. A prototype, relic, Raptor. Yeah, this should be a good hand. Delighted Halfling from opponent. This is gonna be another ramp piece. Nisa, so they're gonna be getting their commander next turn. We just need to make sure they don't go too crazy, otherwise we are not scared. So we get the round turn 3, so second boring clicks. I don't think we need to make something stay tapped. It's gonna be that boring clicks because the other one can transform. Tyrannus Rex. Okay, got us opponent. Okay, Memory Deluge. I think eventually that's gonna be solved with Subtlety. Opponent Brainstorms, and they have a Misty Rainforest. Ledger Shredder from opponent. Jace Prince Prodigy. Okay. Here. Let's Palantir. Good, good, good. It resolves. Let's try to get a big hit. Okay, those are good hits. And it takes 4 damage and we get Repurposing Bay. Plays the Celestus, Surveils, and they Surveil, they can transform Jace here. So what should we do here? Guess we Memory Deluge. Take 2 lands. And we might be sending Repurposing Bay away. twice, and maybe another card. That's a good chunk of damage. The older farm opponent, let's rotate that. Yeah, and the fact that this J is transformed with only 5 cards is crazy. 7 seems like a more appropriate number, but 5 is too much. We cannot cast this the same turn, so let's play the Prism. Yeah, let's empty our hand here. So let's see if our opponent tries to play Kefka here or they replay Shield, right? They discard their Wash Away
Skyclaves.
after all this time.
How does it all fit together?
Okay, let's put Mana Drain on top. We draw it. Shieldred. Okay. Opponent recasts Treasure Cruise.
Mysteries is my specialty.
But they take 1 damage. I guess they're gonna gain 5 in total. So it evens out. Oh, they get even 1 more from Layer Shredder. Now they only have Ottawa on the yard. The Mmenon. And Shieldred is definitely a clock. But we'll see how this goes. We still have a chance, opponent has a chance. Oh, Paradox Engine. Maybe we opponent doesn't have a chance no longer. This doesn't remove abilities. So yeah, I think we might be fine. Lilian of the Veil. The opponent is gonna attack. Maybe we need to block Ledger further. So let's see what else you have, opponent. Are you gonna let us try to win or? Oh, of course.
At least I look like
So
I
she is
know
on Mmenon. So I think that means they don't have a murder effect. Call against command. They're gonna destroy Palantir. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, we can let it go here. Or maybe not. Yeah. Definitely needed to cast this. Otherwise, we were gonna lose dig through time. But I guess we can use Memory Deluge. Hmm. Okay. Let's take some damage then. We'll discard Emery. Draw a card and let's see if we can win here. Mana. Paradox Engine. We should Memory Deluge. Now let's dig through time. Relic of Legends. Otawara. I guess we can Otawara here. Mana on Shieldred. Okay, yeah, opponent concedes. We're gonna keep. We have Memory Deluge now. We hold the multiverse. So yeah. Good game, Kefka. You were close. For sure. Kenrith, the Return King. It could be anything. But I guess we have Wintermoon, so maybe this is a free win. Delighted Halfling from opponent. Also, you might see now, I actually removed a couple of card artifacts and put in the blue removal I mentioned earlier. Here we're gonna pass, and next turn we can Palantir and Wintermoon. Brimstone from opponent. Which means they probably have another fetch. And let's see what they do here. Okay, Surveil, so not quite a fetch, but they can ditch that. Ooh. And maybe they will regret that one. Alright, this isn't... Yeah, I was thinking we had Harbinger of the Seeds. Let's get this two. And let's play Palantir. Winter Moon. Do you have removal for the moon opponent? Seems like they might. Trophy. Opponent takes 3. And we're gonna get a Landlord Navigator. Let's see if we can get some magpies with our navigator. Oof, opponent takes 12 damage. Good to have this through time. Dig through time from opponent. Okay. They are at 6 mana, so we need to stop their life gain, so maybe we counter Kenrith. Another fetch land. To raise from opponent. Swash it away. Overlord of the Veilmork. They're gonna get Incubation Druid. Are they gonna pay life for that? Just the one, they get a basic. Oh, blockers. I guess we can play Howling Mind and then Kappa Cannoneer. Goes to 3. We're gonna get the card with Palantir. Purposing Bay, that's what the doctor ordered. And we get a magpie as well. So you have 5 mana opponent. Maybe a Wrath? Swords on the Cannoneer. Alright. With Howling Mine. Okay. Opponent just concedes. I mean, we were gonna keep trying with the mine, and we had a flyer, maybe that's how opponent loses. Golbez Crystal Collector. Okay. We don't have ramp, but we do have some interaction. Let's foretell the Epiphany. Gonna get their commander and they're gonna get a Mox. Okay. Razor Veil. Play Tome of Legends, draw a card. And next turn we have essentially whatever we want to do, commit, behold, tip command, our entire hand at our disposal. You're as familiar from opponent, now they're gonna have a discount for their artifacts. With their spell bomb. Phyrexian Metamorph. Let's counter and return. And let's keep passing then. Maybe they have a counter spell up. Let's commit Golbez. And they get Oaken Siren. They are commander, Mmenon, and withdraw with the Tome. I think we're gonna play the Epiphany next turn. That's a Golbez replay, and they're gonna get their Metamorph back, I think. Play Tome of the Infinite. Let's see what we get here. Giant Growth. Unfortunately, we need to foretell Xoid coming. Which means our opponent is gonna resolve their Metamorph. They're gonna copy Jorah's Familiar, and now they're gonna have to discount on their historic spells. Okay, we only take 2 damage. Yeah, they were obviously keeping a counter spell up. Maybe I needed to show it to you, but Birky, God of Storytelling. Send away the one-lander. Let's exile. Deluge. Then next turn we're gonna Tome, and after that we will royalty on Bergie. Oh, actually Bergie comes down this turn. Right. See if our opponent manages to get some storm going off. Otherwise, we will be fine. Bergie. Now we don't have card advantage. Sorry, we are almost out of cards, but we have card advantage in the command zone. And the fact that our opponent is red means that they are limited in the amount of removal they could have for us. Tractor Beam, okay, that's actually a good one. Bergie. Molten Impact, okay, they do have the removal. To the command zone. Now we're gonna get the effect of Bergie whenever we cast a spell at red, unless they remove it. Which they probably should. Artist Talent. Backward Robbery. It's Mmenon. Ether Spell Bomb. And we can use it to draw a card. Okay, we got 2 lands out of the way, so let's see if that's enough. Opponent levels up their artist talent, and they remove their commander. They need to spend 2 spells though. So that essentially means we got a 3-for-1 from our Tractor Beam. Ooh, okay. Oh, there we go. Spike Field Hazard. Yep. Okay. Opponent almost has Delirium. Let's play the Might Stone and Weak Stone. Draw 2 cards. Oh, 2 lands. You get Etherflux Reservoir and Cryogen Relic. Guild Globe. And that's Paradox Engine. Let's attack. Your go, opponent. Do you have it or don't you? Don't you have it, Perky? And in case you don't know, they are not aggressive, but Dragon Rage Channeler is here so that they can get stuff in the graveyard for the eventual Underworld Bridge. That's the card. Here we go. Oop. And opponent concedes. Good game. And I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the comboing off. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't. I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.